And we're live. How you doing, Jeff?
Pretty good. How are you? I was
Pretty
surprised at
good.
just
Come on, man. It's
how jovial you sound. It's just yeah, it's
it's
natural for you and unnatural for me. I don't know.
it's Monday, man. Get excited. We're
Yeah,
back at it
well,
again. This is
there you
great.
go. Right. People show their excitement in different ways, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Awesome. Has the rain stopped up there? You're
Yo.
saying it was raining over the weekend, or is it
Oh,
still?
it's still going. Yeah, absolutely. If I
Yeah.
turn my computer around, you would just see it coming down. It's like crazy. It's not showing any signs of letting up. So definitely
Okay.
going to be a wet June, but hopefully that'll lead to a nice summer. So
Nice. Cool. Excellent. Well, it's Monday. What does that mean?
Market Watch. Oh yeah, drum roll. Market Watch Monday. Yeah. So um, I don't know what to say to that, but anyway, yes, every
Yes.
Monday. So if you're new to us, we've tracked every e-commerce product-based e-commerce business that's come to market above the $1 million price point. And every Monday we like to report on what has happened in the market this or last week, I guess. So again.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Market Watch Monday. So, as I said, yeah, every Monday we report on all new e-commerce businesses that are listed for sale, focusing on businesses that sell physical products with an e-commerce sales channel. And this is global, so worldwide, anything publicly available for sale above that $1 million price point. So, currently, we are tracking 93 active listings above the $1 million sale price. And additionally, 42 deals are, in addition to those 93, there are 42 deals above that $1 million price point that are currently under offer. So tons of activity. If I'm on the phone with people all the time that are asking if the market's slowing down, if there's any activity. Yeah, yes, there's lots.
Yes is the answer to that one.
Yes, big time. Yeah, almost 100 active listings and half of another, like another 42 under offer. So yeah, that's absolutely crazy. So, anyway, last week, 3 new businesses came to market above that $1 million price range, ranging from 1.5 to 2.3 million, all in different categories. We've got clothing, office, and beauty. And a private seller is asking for a 7.5 times revenue. Anyway, we'll put links to all these in the group. But the multiple on the only deal this week that we can calculate is 3.6 times, and the other listings either don't mention a list price, which we will talk about in a second, or they didn't mention their profit number. So yeah. So now, what do you want to talk about this week?
Well, let's talk quickly about that 7.5 times revenue deal. So this is a private seller that put up their own listing. The cool thing is when you do your own listing is you can ask for whatever you want, but they haven't said how profitable they are. Good luck to them. I just don't think this is possible. I'd love it to be possible. That'd be awesome. But yeah, good luck with that. We'll keep an eye on it, see what happens.
Yeah.
But
the other thing we do look at sometimes is that time on market, and how many days on market. When you see like, oh, the average is 180 days or whatever on market, and then you see some people that have been on the market for like 750 days. This might end up being one of those that are just a complete outlier, and they are going to list their business for the price that they want, and they believe it's worth that much, and they're going to keep it there until somebody comes knocking. That's, like you said, good luck.
That's one way to do it, I guess. Yeah. Not how we would do things, but that's okay. It's their business; they can do what they want. But we do want to talk about this one deal in the clothing space, which I thought was quite interesting. They're doing just over 9 million in revenue, 2 million in SDE, so 23% margin. For apparel, that's actually pretty good.
That's surprisingly good, yeah.
This revenue, yeah, I mean, we've seen quite a few apparel deals recently, right? So,
yeah. It seems like they're able to do that probably because it looks like they have their own warehouse.
Yes.
So
they have their own facility. So that's possibly helping with that margin. And they're selling D2C. They're selling direct to consumer. It's all through their website. They're not selling on Amazon. They're not selling through wholesalers. So when you have that direct channel, you can essentially charge what you want within reason, right? Well, not within reason. You can charge what you want when you're selling direct to the customer. So they're probably enjoying pretty healthy margins as a result, which is really great. It's incredibly hard to do this. And it's also mentioning a high level of repeat purchase. They don't say how much, but they're saying high level of repeat purchase. So and their fans gobble up new designs when they come out. So that sounds like a pretty interesting deal to take a look at. And they're not using a list price, which I love to see. So it's a negotiation. That way you don't cap what the market will pay. Someone might pay 7.5 times revenue, right?
Yeah.
Who knows?
There you go. Probably not for an apparel brand, but you never know.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So what did you think about this one? I know you've just had a chance to quickly look at it.
Well, it's just incredible, if they can do that much turnover focusing only on their own website, because they say that they have it's just all through their own website and social media. So there's no Amazon, no international sales, no wholesale, no boutiques, no brick and mortar, no retailers, no storefront, nothing. It's all website. So what these people are buying are just a whole swack of customers directly. So that is big value. You're right. I mean, it's great that they didn't go out with a list price, because I think there's going to be some healthy competition for a business like that.
Absolutely. They don't mention how big the database is, but things that you can have with a D2C brand like this is you can have a buyer list, and then how many buyers you actually have. You've got that direct relationship, which is why it's so valuable. So yeah, depending on the niche and the demographic here, I think there's quite a lot to look at, and could be some good competition there for sure.
Well, obviously they are doing, like a decent volume of traffic and a decent volume of mailing lists because of that repeat purchase, right? I think they haven't said how many or given any of those metrics, but if they have a high repeat order rate, as they say here, that to me means that's probably mailing list. And it seems like they have a pretty highly sought after product. I think I have an idea. I know what it is, but I don't want to say. But anyway, yeah, no, that's pretty cool to see that these people have done something right, and they've built something pretty valuable, and they've been able to get a pretty surprisingly high margin for an apparel brand. Because apparel brands, mind you, like if you've got 5 different colors, you have to have all sizes and all different colors, which just basically means that your inventory is out of hand. And these guys are what, 2.3 million in profit with 1.1 million in inventory. Like,
did I have the inventory number on there?
Yeah, it looks like it's 1.1 million in inventory, and that's included in the sale price, whatever that might be. But 1.1 million, it just seems like a pretty good ratio, which
pretty lame.
I like it. But again, I think I know what it is, but we'll we'll talk about it after and see if you think I'm right.
Well, also that might mean two things. If just on the inventory piece alone, if it's 50% of SDE, that's pretty lean for an apparel brand. So it might mean they have really tight turnaround lead times on inventory, so they don't need to hold as much stock, or they're not
don't have that many
the
SKUs.
specific type of apparel that has, exactly right, where they don't, it's not shirts or whatever, where you need a million sizes and variations. So if they've managed to crack that piece of apparel, that's pretty cool.
Or they're sourcing locally.
Yes. Yeah, which we've seen as well.
Yeah. Which would mean the price point is higher, which is great. But if they're manufacturing and sourcing locally, where it says they're in Arizona, maybe it's across the border, maybe it's not. But if they're sourcing locally, that means that they could probably have a quicker turnaround time on stock and don't need to order so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess the only last thing on this one would be who's doing what in the warehouse. Because if the owners or the founders of this one are going into the warehouse every day, do the staff how many staff are there, and do they need constant managing? So you might be buying more of a job here as well, or it might be replaceable. You could relocate it if you wanted, who knows?
Because it did say office and warehouse, so it seems like perhaps the owners are local there too. But if they have it says they have a large warehouse. Now again, that's relative. What does a large warehouse mean? For $1.1 million worth of t-shirts, doesn't take up that much space. So what do they need a large warehouse for? Like, what kind of apparel is? What are we talking here? So.
And it might be like the other deal we were looking at to potentially acquire was the wrinkle was they owned the building, and they either wanted to sell the building or they wanted to lease the building to the buyer, and that was like a piece of the deal. So that could limit the buyer pool potentially. But it's worth digging into. Like you said, it might be a large warehouse, but you might not need it all. So you could look at other options and lean up the operation. But interesting.
Or is it large to this business, meaning it's a 2,000 square foot warehouse? You know what I mean? Like, do they just need, is it large, relative to their business, or is it like an 80,000 square foot monstrosity or whatever? But we'll see.
That'd be funny if it was like an oversized facility, something Amazon would use or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Cool. All right.
Cool. Awesome. Well, that's MarketWatch Monday. So hopefully that was helpful. I'll drop a link in the comments here in the Facebook group to all of the new listings, and everywhere else we'll put a link to sign up to MarketWatch Monday, so you can get this on email. We actually send this out on email. All of the links every single week we send out via email. We've been doing this for 4 years now. So if you're interested in that, I'll drop that in the comments. If you're interested as well, if you have an Amazon e-commerce business or an e-commerce business, if you're wanting to know how your business would rate compared to businesses that have sold, check out fbascorecard.com. It's a free resource we've put together. It's an actual scorecard with five categories to go through to rate your business without any judgment or pressure. You do it yourself, and I've got a video there walking you through how to think about your business. So this could be a helpful resource if you'd like to check it out as well. And lastly, how can people get in touch with us, Jeff, if they'd like to?
Indeed. Yes, sales at thefbabroker.com. Come straight to me. And if you have an FBA or e-commerce business that you're looking to sell, you want to know how much it's worth right now, you want to know what kinds of things you can do to make it more valuable, if you're planning an exit in the future, whatever it might be, sales at thefbabroker.com. Comes to me. We'll find a time to chat through what your goals and plans are, and we'll figure out how we can help.
Awesome. Cool. Well, hope everyone has a great week ahead. Reach out to us if you want to get in touch. And thanks, Jeff. And thanks, everyone, for watching. We'll talk to you soon.